Synapis is an institution which equips local entrepreneurs in emerging markets to build profitable kingdom businesses that create jobs, grow the economy, and alleviate poverty.
At Synapis,
and the support of a very engaged alumni network as well.
In 2021, the competition narrowed down to 8 entrepreneurs and 2 of them emerged the winners. In this year's competition, 1.5 million shillings is at stake and 6 candidates have made it through and are set on walking away with an investment in their business. This year, there are 3 contestants in the early stage groups. This group represents those who are finalizing their business model and strategy. In the scaling group, there are 3 contestants as well, and they represent those that are small growing businesses with more established business models and recurring revenue.
We've had over 100 applications and have narrowed down to 6 finalists. $10,000.
Bringing years of expertise to the competition are 4 judges who are ready to not only critique the contestants but to drop some gems of wisdom. Dr. Edward Mungai, who is also the founder of Inspire Leadership, has helped clients to integrate sustainability into their business. He teaches corporate sustainability strategies and innovation to executives and MBA programs, as well as sits on several boards. Audrey Obara is responsible for sourcing and leading investment process, working closely with portfolio companies to develop and execute long-term strategies that deliver tangible development impact on communities. Daniel Kamau has been with Fusion for over 15 years and is the immediate former executive director in charge of real estate. Prior to joining Fusion, he worked for a leading audit firm and also serves on various boards where he represents Fusion Capital's interests. Darren Lobo is an investment professional with 11 years of experience across entrepreneurship and early-stage investments in India and East Africa. Darren has a deep understanding of business models and agro-processing, agtech, e-commerce, and fintech. It's time for the first contestant, Gloria Cherono, to worm her way into a convincing pitch.
Good morning, judges. My name is Gloria Cherono, co-founder and team leader here at Envirly. We're an insect company based in Ruiru, Kenya, dedicated to providing affordable and eco-friendly biofertilizer and insect protein. In Kenya, farmers spend 70 to 80% of their revenue in the purchase of animal feed. One of the highest drivers for this cost is the high cost of protein. Protein components such as mackerels and shrimp are costly, and for the ones that are more cost effective like soybeans, they're mostly imported, and last year we experienced a global shortage for soybeans that disrupts the supply of these products. They also require double the amount of soybeans to produce because they have a lower protein composition. Crop farmers face a similar challenge. In Kenya, 71% of fertilizer is imported. The danger of this over-reliance was witnessed when the COVID-19 pandemic hit, and again this year with the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Thousands of farmers were unable to get necessary access to affordable fertilizer, and if they did, it came at a great price. And We are working on our business to try and solve these two challenges using insects. We collect food waste from food manufacturers, introduce the insects to the waste, they break it down into biofertilizer. The insects themselves are filtered out and used as a source of insect protein, goes to feed manufacture, and the biofertilizer then goes towards farming through farmers associations. We have two main products priced at 110 shillings for larvae and 35 shillings for the biofertilizer. This is 45 to 55% cheaper than the comparative options in the market at the moment. The global market for black soldier fly larvae is expected to reach $3.4 billion valuation by 2030. In Kenya, the market is valued at $100 million, but supply is only low at $4 million. This means that in Kenya, the market for this larvae is 96% unmet. The main components in this market, the 4%, is dominated by three main companies. They have larger established plans, bigger teams, and established networks. We are coming in with an edge. Through prototyping with the World Food Programme and the Danish Technical University, we have come up with a feeding formula to economize and maximize the growth rate of the larvae and allow us to use 3 kgs less in production. This gives us a 60% efficiency when producing. This is key for us since we're a small growing company and want to utilize our resources well as we plan and target for growth. We have been working on this since September 2020, and in this period of time we have conducted market research across 6 counties in Kenya, from Kericho to Kitui, Laikipia, Nairobi, Kisumu. We have also have one customer lined up for our larvae who's ready to buy in bulk, and have onboarded 1 farmers association where we will begin engagement with them and their farmers from February next year. We also have 2 ready suppliers for our waste who will give us a monthly waste of 28 tons per month. We are currently raising $100,000 towards our pilot that will go towards property, plant and equipment, automation, input materials, and 3 key hires and a selling system. This will help us cut our drying time by 75% using an industrial dryer for the larvae. It will also help us attain 20-ton capacity with our equipment, greenhouse and warehousing structures. And the 3 key hires will help push our productivity in our production process. Thank you for your time, and join us as we change the world one insect at a time.
Are you telling us that the chicken that we'll be eating at home will be fed the insect, and in this case it is actually black soldier flies,
yes.
Right?
Yes.
Now, how do you think that will feel for Kenyans, and what is it that need to be done? Do you see it as a challenge? And the second question,
yes.
You and your colleagues, you seem like statistics and finance. Why insects? And where did this idea come from?
The larvae themselves are 100% safe. They are natural biosanitizers, and anything they consume, they sanitize. What brought me on this journey was a path of impact. I truly care about the impact that our production has on the environment and the impact of food waste on our environment. 1/3 of all food produced is waste, and it's wasted, and it's the 3rd largest emitter of greenhouse gases. Fueled by this passion, we had to come up with a solution. We had to strengthen our food systems, no matter the background. And the beauty of my background is finance is applicable anywhere.
My question is on, did you consider partnering with some of the existing, like Synergy or the other companies, and provide them with the flies, since you have the proprietary knowledge of this BSF, instead of doing everything yourselves?
Our current market, it has a huge potential for growth. As I mentioned, supply is very low, only 4 million. So before, our target is actually to start meeting this demand. And that might be lost if we, for example, partnered in such a manner that that impact or that ability for expansion might be lost, which is why it was important for us to try and start. I know starts are hard, but we're willing to do the work and get there. Synergy also had a start as well, and I know this is our start.
In the famous words of Nate Barkas, he said that a home should tell a story of who you are and should be a collection of what you love. Most of the time when we are faced with this task of furnishing our homes, getting a specific style that is suited to your needs and to your lifestyle can be challenging. And that is why Little Dove exists. My name is Jemima Waititu. I am the founder and the creative director at the Little Dove Creations. In short, Fundi Wambao, but the 2.0 version of that. Our mission and our vision is to transform how our clients interact with furniture. And how do we do that? We do that by creating and crafting functional, unique, beautiful, and quality pieces. And the cherry on top of the cake is that we do it with an environmental, caring mindset. Let me walk you through some of our products and services. Just what you can see on the screen is a chest of drawers. We moved it from drab to fab. That's a sofa that we are able to have it regain its lost glory. That is a discarded door, which we're able to beautifully transform it into a dining and a coffee table. I'm sure you've seen these drums somewhere in traffic and discarded somewhere. We've now managed to repurpose them into these beautiful storage solutions. So basically, this is how we make our money. We offer our services and we have products. So on the service line, we go to a client, we reupholster their furniture and we refurbish it and take it back to them. On our service line, we shop around for thrifts, for discarded furniture. We redesign them, we redecorate them, and we sell. And it is at this point that we thought, you know what? We want to explore this line a little bit more. And that is how our pet product line was born. And we've dubbed it Pose and Fuzz. And as you can see from the screen and from the display here, we have a wide range of products varying from pet beds to pet feeders and to accessories. And as you can see, they're aesthetically, I'm sure they're aesthetically pleasing, they are unique, and they are of quality. And I can tell you the price is not so heavy on your pocket. In 2020, the Kenya census recorded that 32% of households in Kenya actually own a pet. I believe the best compliment you can give a business, honestly, is a referral. And 50% of our sales actually come from referrals. So I believe we are doing something right. Our impact so far has been economical and environmental. We deliver value to our clients. We're offering good paying jobs. We are driving the Buy Kenya, Build Kenya initiative as well. On the environmental part, having that we do not use virgin materials, definitely we will conserve natural resources, reduce pollution and reduce waste, and in turn also reduce the carbon footprint altogether. We are looking to set up ourselves as a major creative brand. We want to push the upcycling agenda, and we want to create such a strong online presence that it will be felt. This is where we want to be in 5 years. We want to create a community of creatives whereby we can be able to exhibit our products. We can form a co-manufacturing space. We can open up our space to customers to experience our brands. We can also model for other creative startups and also explore other forms of waste management. So I will leave you with this one-liner. Waste isn't waste until you waste it.
What are your constraints for growth, apart from capital, if capital is one of them? Yeah.
Okay, what are my constraints right now? I think it's what we need to change people's mind about upcycling and recycling, to be honest. People feel that an upcycled item or a recycled item should be of low quality, and that is not the case. It's absolutely not the case.
How difficult would it be for a fundi who sees what you've created to replicate and recreate what you create and maybe do what you do?
My average fundi, I'd say it's something I thought about, but what I normally tell people is that sometimes a skill, there's somebody I'd give that drum, I can give you the pictures, but you still won't hack the same thing.
Sure.
It's a creative thing. It's how I think, it's how I design it. I mean, I made like 500 drums, and I can guarantee you none looks like the other. None looks like that. It's just the creative process that goes into it. Even the fundis who help me, I have to literally explain, do this, push this, so you can see that it really comes from the gift.
Did you know you can only live for 4 days without water? Actually, 3 days. That's what researchers tell us. 3 days. Have you ever Googled water in Africa? I bet you will see such a photo. If not, maybe a blue lorry or a donkey carrying water. And unless you're part of the 1%, that's our reality in Africa. At Vessa Africa, we want this lady and millions like her to have access to clean, safe water at home. That is progress. That is moving Africa forward. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm Yovan Muhsin, and I'm the Managing Director at Fad Africa. We invite you to join us in changing the Africa water narrative. The water situation in Kenya is 40% do not have access to water. They will go for search. The remaining 60% that have access to water only get it 2/3 of the time. And if they don't, they will also go for the alternative water, again, going back for this. The problem is, one, these utilities are helpless. On average, they cover only 60% of their OPEX, 40 to 60% going to energy, and nearly all their energy costs going to pumping systems. Not to mention the damage these systems have on the environment. For a small utility, it's equivalent to a SUV moving from Cairo to Cape Town and back. That's just a lot of damage to the environment. The solution is, we've re-engineered the hydram technology. We have built a pump. It uses zero energy, basically no diesel, no electricity. It's smart. Basically, we can remote control it from a distance. We've patented it, and it's sufficient for large-scale application. Looking at our competitors, there are those that are the electric pumps and the diesel pumps. As you can see, the cost is just insane. Not to mention also the damage they're having on the environment. We are cognizant there are other competitors also with the hydram technologies, but looking at the volumes, they are too low for large-scale application, and also the requirements for setting them up are just too complex for utilities. Our revenue model, we are introducing what we are calling pumping as a service. Basically, this is charging a utility for every cubic meter of water we pump. The market, we are looking at starting with the low-hanging fruits. These are the small utilities. Later on, at the total addressable market, we are looking at not only the utilities, but also water for agriculture. Our projections, for every pump we install, it means income to us. And we are looking at installing so many pumps over a period of time. In 2023, we are aiming at 12 pumps. This will allow us to pump 2,500,000 cubic meters of water. Our impact, guaranteed water supply to the business owners means they have raw materials for their business. We are reducing business migration. To the mother, it is guaranteed water at home means they have increased hours to do economic activities. And to the child, they do not have to go out and fetch water, exposing them to sexual exploitation and other vices that are out there as they are collecting water.
I noticed on one of the slides, the pump isn't powered by electricity and isn't powered by diesel.
Yes.
So how does it generate the power to pull up water 100 feet?
So it is based on a hydram technology, meaning water is pushing water itself.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So in this case, we are not relying on any external sources of energy. We are just using water itself to power water.
So what would you say is your business? Are you in pumps manufacturing business or in water distribution business?
So we're in the business of pumping water as a service. Mm-hmm. We are pumping this water using pumps that we've manufactured it ourselves.
So, but you'll do all the infrastructure. So you'll do the piping.
No. So already these utilities, they have existing pump house. I mean, they have their already existing systems.
Okay.
So what we are going to do is go into their pump house and replace their pump. We are not looking at the pipeline or the quality of water. For us, we are just going to replace their pumps and charge for every unit of water that we pump for them.
Will Gloria change the world one insect at a time? Or will it be Yovan who's pumping up for the judge's decision? Has Jemima presented a refurbished pitch, or does she need to peel the covers back? Which one of them will get $500,000 seed money? The answers to these questions coming up ahead on Synapis Business Competition 2022. To get more information about Synapis, go to www.synapis.org.
Welcome to the Living Room Stadium. It's the FIFA World Cup. The match is about to start. Food and drink ready. There's no space left for anyone. Come on, get your lucky chair. Take your usual spot. Even the puppy has one. It's preparation time. You can feel the tension in the air. And do you have everything you need to believe?
Step up and shine. Stand a chance to win school fees worth 35,000 Kenya shillings weekly plus instant prizes. Purchase a tin of participating Kiwi shoe polish and dial star 459 star 5 hash and enter the unique code under the lid. This competition is valid from 1st November 2022 to 31st January 2023.
Huh? Well, nature is full of wonders. Red Bull gives you wings.
Struggling with stretch marks? New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Advanced Care, enriched with 5 natural oils and 5 vitamins that visibly reduce the appearance of stretch marks in just 2 weeks.
New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Advanced Care, with 5 oils and 5 vitamins. 48-hour nourishment. Helps reduce appearance of stretch marks in just 2 weeks. New Nivea Radiant and Beauty Advanced Care, for your shade of beautiful.
Care Tips, brought to you by Nivea Lumina 630 Anti-Dark Mark Serum. Goodbye dark marks. Hello Lumina Skin. Dark marks are caused by different factors such as sun exposure, skin inflammation such as acne breakout, aging or hormonal imbalance leading to melanin imbalance and appearance of dark marks on the face. To prevent any of these, you need a serum that regulates this hyperpigmentation and also prevents any reappearance, which is none other than Nivea Lumina 630 Anti-Dark Marks. It starts working from day 1 with visible results in just 2 weeks.
With Glovo, you have anything you want from your city in your hands. Kama unatamani ugali beef ama fried chicken, order Glovo ujaribu restaurant mpya. Tamu. Kama game inawaka na unataka drinks zaidi, order Glovo ushangilie timu yako. Na kama your little one amemess na diapers zimeisha, order Glovo and save the day. With Glovo unaweza track order yako na kuongea na customer support which is always available. Download the app and order anything you want from your city. We'll deliver.
Qatar's defence have been messed up again here. Will count. But a great cross and a goal. Craig Goodwin towards Mbappe. An early goal to settle the nerves. Andre Ayew with the equaliser. That might well be offside, but the ball is turned in and the flag stays down on the far side. Whoa, what a strong left hand there from Manuel Neuer. An equaliser for Japan.
To DSTV decoder with 1 month of compact for only 3,999 Kenyan shillings to watch all 64 matches here for every fun.
To get more information about Synapis, go to www.synapis.org. It's time for the scaling group contestants to take the stage, and Anne Minor is praying that she delivers a perfect pitch.
Can you live in such a house? This is the house landlords in Eldoret bring to us to manage. These houses are old, they are in a bad state. To get a tenant is very difficult. and even the utility people to get those bills paid. It's very difficult. When we ask landlords to renovate this house, they say they have liquidity problem. They say they cannot access loans from the bank. They say the rent is too little to renovate these houses. So we did a market survey to understand this problem. And 80% of the landlords said they want their houses to be renovated. 75% of these landlords say they want loans for these houses to be renovated. And 90% want us to manage their properties. And we came up with a solution. These landlords sign up with us. We manage their properties for 6 months, after which we go to the ground, we assess this property, after which we sign a loan agreement. Then they give us their collateral. Then we give them these loans in form of building materials. Then we supervise the renovation and we make sure the renovation is done in the right way. Then we get for them a tenant with the right rent rates, after which then we recover the loan from the rent which the tenant pays. After the renovation, this is how the house looks like. You remember the first slide I showed you? This is the same house we've renovated. The rent has gone up. The tenant is now very, very happy. And the landlord is getting value for his property. Our target market are landlords whose age is between 45 to 60. And these landlords are retired, they are unemployed, and most of them are farmers. For our market position, we have high-income tenants who are managed by big estate managers, and we have low-income tenants who are managed by small agents. But us, as Total Properties, we not only collect rent, but we offer full service. That is management, and we do renovation, whereby we make sure landlords get return on their investment. For client acquisition, we intend to get our clients through awareness. These are through social media, through banners, TV, radio, and through leads. This is networks through landlords, caretakers, brokers, and through awareness and leads, we shall also partner with KRA, with Kenya Power, and Elders. And once these landlords come to us, we take them for site visits to see the properties which we have renovated and to show them the value the landlords we are managing have gotten from the renovations we have done. Currently, we are managing 91 properties and we have 1,000 landlords. And we have renovated 8 properties. Out of these 3, they have already paid up. And in 2025, we intend to have properties to have 1,000 landlords and renovate 240 properties. Our funding ask is 5 million, which 60% will go to loan capital, 26% will go to support team, which will implement over a period of 6 months, and 14% will use it to buy office equipment and motorbikes for rent collection. We intend to have 2,000 tenants who will live in a habitable environment, and we shall create 30 employment opportunities, and we shall partner with counties and implement our CSR project, where we shall build sport equipment on public utilities which will be managed by youth. We do an excellent job. Please join us to make our landlords and tenants happy.
So the key to your business is actually getting a tenant, right? Your ability to find a tenant and make sure that the tenant wants to take up this apartment or this house is the key.
Yes.
So how do you do that? And what activities go into getting this tenant and retaining this tenant?
You've seen the house I've showed you.
Yeah.
That house, would you refuse to live in such a house? It's so beautiful. So immediately you take a tenant. He wants to move into that house. Even you find you have like 5 tenants who want that house.
I'm wondering, is it a specific area in Eldoret that you are based in? And after Eldoret, what's the plan to get out of, to get to other bigger spaces?
once I've achieved the 1,000 landlords,
In Eldoret.
in Eldoret, I intend to come to Nairobi. I've walked around, I've seen that service is required here.
So how do you build trust? Because it seems the title you hold is a lot more valuable than the renovations that you're doing. How do you convince landlords to give you their
you see,
titles?
for these 6 months we have been we have been with these landlords. We interact a lot because they also want to know more about this product. Will this service be done? We really interact, and that's when we gain their confidence to see. And another thing, we've been in the market for the last 10 years. And we are known all over. So even if they inquire from their friends, they are told those properties, those ones you don't have to worry about them. So we build a name and a brand. Yeah.
The issue of food security has been with us in this country for a very long time. A study that was done by Central Bank shows that we do not get the optimum production level at our farm level. Actually, we get 40%. And a case in point, before you judges, are maize before you. And we have farmers who are getting their production level at this much, whereas the same farm is producing maize at this level. However, this is not the optimum potential. This is not the genetic potential of the maize we do. Yet the same hybrid, the same growing environment, we are supposed to be able to get maize of this size. And this actually demonstrates that you're actually getting less than 40% of what we ought to get. Did you know that as much as 60% of crop yield actually depends with soil nutrient levels? Farmers need to do soil testing for their farm. Fad Africa has got a solution to handle this issue. We have got a technology, it's a digital technology that enables us to move from our laboratories, mainly in centralized places, and go with it to where the farmers are, offer the services to them, and be able to advise them. Actually, we have chosen deliberately to work with the cooperatives and producer organizations to be able to reach farmers and offer our service at unmatched speed, environmental friendly, and actually be able to print the results for those who do not have the digital phones. Offer the services to them, give them a printout that will guide them throughout the production cycle. We also generate good data that can be used for policy as well as for formulation of fertilizers that respond to the needs of the farmers. We advocate as Fad Africa for fertilizer application strategy. We generate the right information, and we advise the farmers to be able to get the nutrients at the right source, be able to apply at the right time, be able to do it at the right rate, so that and at the right price, so that we can be able to optimize production at farm level.
Yeah, thanks, Bernard. So 2 questions. I didn't see your numbers, so I wanted to know whether you're actually making money, because I mean, you're operating at 1.1 million a month. What does the bottom line look like? So I wanted to know also the cost of that machinery and the expertise. So you're spending, I think, about 4.5 million on how many of those?
And sorry, before you answer, I can link to his question. What prevents someone else from buying this machine and going to do the same thing? What is very unique about your proposition?
So number one is that we have a healthy bottom line. We have been able to take care of our unit economics very well. We have developed our business model that addresses the needs of the farmer as well as keeps our business afloat. Number 2 is that we, as Fad Africa, we are actually the go-between in this country and the manufacturer of this equipment. We actually have a contract for distribution in this country for these scanners. So in terms of copying, that one we have been able to rock. We do not have, however, we do not have a problem in terms of somebody who would want to buy. For one single reason, is that the penetration of soil analysis in this country is below insurance. Insurance is at 3%. Our farmers are not aware. about this one. So we boast on our business model to drive the uptake of this one. We are not actually even in competition with the people who are already doing the analysis, such as the Caro, Wet Chemistry, and other companies, because even with them, the market is too big for us to start fighting about it. In terms of investment, this machine is 850,000. And so I'm looking at buying 5 of them to be able to take me to the next level and be able to address the market that I'm looking at.
I like.
Ni to 10 time. You want some? To keep my family healthy and happy, I only choose 210 flour.
Sunny, what did you learn today?
I learned to count to 10.
Show me.
To 10.
Your family's choice for maize meal and home baking flour. Unga wa 210.
Doc Marks have tried everything from A to Z, even vitamin C, but hardly any results. Nivea Lumina 630 works from day one with visible results in just 2 weeks and 71% Doc Marks reduction in 12. Join the 1 million women already using the #1 Lumina 630 from Nivea.
Kenya Re's Nikofiti initiative stems from a deep-seated need to make disability a national priority, and we've gone on to impact over 11,000 persons with disability. Launched more than a decade ago, our initiative has played a pivotal role in raising awareness of the abilities of PWDs and demonstrating that they can play a vital role in nation-building activities. Nikofiti, ability beyond disability.
Kibera si mahali pa kulelea kijana. Jui Kibera anavyoijua mimi.
Kama ntona big utachezaje bila Gwanda? Don't care, suggest then katatosha Gwanda. Tuko na KD, tuna magwanda, tulikuwa naomba joka unaweza tusponsor hivi vile tuko mtu tatu.
Hii ni area yangu. Sasa kama junior, ni watoi bana.
These children are out of control.
Kishi na bunduki, unakufa na bunduki.
Let's toast to that. To 2 Coca-Cola addicts. Cheers. So which African team do you think will make it to the finals?
Ghana.
Where are you, dude? The match is about to start. Your friends won't hold out much longer. Excuse me. Finally, everything is in the right place. Hey, other hand. And you, do you have everything you need to believe?
Mary's boy child, Jesus Christ.
We celebrate Mary's Boy Child this season with sparkles, jingles, and stars.
It's the most beautiful time of the year.
From Monday to Friday, Santa's morning list has kids shows checked.
If we find Peter Pan, maybe we can make Tinkerbell good again.
Followed by Christmas movies.
Wanna go for a ride?
A ride? A ride on that? I've never even been in a plane.
And the best holiday music.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas from the bottom of my heart.
We sprinkle your afternoon with drama.
What are you doing? What are you doing with my phone?
Action.
Are you blind? Huh? Sorry, it's just an accident. Dude, he apologized, so we're good. He was groping me!
And suspense.
What matters now is we're one step closer to finding out what really happened to Iris, to your daughter. Thank you.
More kids entertainment followed by more Christmas movies. Ho ho ho. Feliz Navidad. KTN. Welcome home.
I wanna wish you a Merry Christmas. I wanna wish.
To get more information about Synapis, go to www.synapis.org. Last on the list is Michael Mukayagi, who is ready to face the judges.
Well, I'm sure many of us have had experiences whereby we've had our loved ones who've probably been ill, some long-term, others critical. What was the experience like? And what kind of financial impact did that have? Well, in the year 2012, we got our first patient, a stage 4 cancer patient. And for those who do not have any medical background, you know at that point in time, it's just a matter of time before they depart to the next world. Now, would such a person prefer to spend her last days in hospital or amongst her loved ones? Now, Visiting Angel got the chance to come into the family and offer them that ability to be with their loved one at the comfort of their home. And what was most important, it was at a very cost-effective way. So, and that kept us thinking, so what exactly is the problem with our healthcare, our health system? What we realized is that our health system is undeveloped, and for those who could afford to get the kind of treatment that they would want, it would come at a very high cost. So we go into your home and provide individualized and exceptional nursing care at the most cost-effective way. So what does our process look like? The first instance, what we do is that we do a care assessment that will determine the kind of care plan that you need and the financial implication of that. The moment we are able to determine that, then we'll provide our nurses and provide all the required resources and take care of you. And in doing so, we'll be giving periodic reports to the patient, the doctor, or for those who are insured by insurance company, we give them the progress report in terms of the care that we are undertaking. So what makes us the better option when it comes to making this provision of this service? One, we match the care plan with the appropriate skills. Our response time of our nurses, and especially when there's an emergency required, is great. We have arrangements with a lot of, with some of the ambulance in case they need to be evacuated to hospital. We'll also do so. We do submit daily reports, not just when they are required, so that it's very easy to monitor the patient's progress. Our shift management is also one thing that we don't compromise, because we would not want to have an instance where there is lapses when the nurses need to be changed when you are doing the shift change. And there is continuous communication between the nursing agency and our patients, the providers, so that we are able to know, is there a need to change the management of the patients? And once we are done, we move out and we go to the next level. So over the last years or so, most of our patients have come from mostly referrals. So that's why we decided we want to target insurance companies and brokerages. Now, the value proposition that we're going to give the insurance company is we'll align the skills to the patient, it's cost effective, and we provide information for decision making to the companies. Thank you very much, and I look forward to working with you.
So this business is operating where, in Nairobi or even outside Nairobi?
Largely the business is operating in Nairobi, but we do have clients outside Nairobi. So when we have a client outside Nairobi, we arrange for the nurses to go to where they are at as well. But largely a greater chunk of it is in Nairobi.
Yeah, by the way, to us, this 6.6, you want it in equity, debt, or have you figured that out? Because I feel like I want to give it. But it's a very interesting concept, yes. And you know, this is what probably we've seen in the West, and I think now being able to give people some, you know, decent medical care, yep, seems like what we are trying to do here. So I totally believe that there is a lot of impact from it. Yep. And you know, I'm just wondering, what are the risks if I was to put these 6 million shillings? Yes. You know, what are some of the risks? And be honest, which are some of the risks that I'll face?
Okay, well, our greatest risk is mainly probably maybe patient being mismanaged. But one way we've mitigated that is that we make sure that each and every case that we have, there's a daily check and supervision of that, and we get daily reports from how the care is taking place.
And I would assume, you know, getting into an insurance player is tough, first of all, and then, you know, recovering money from the claims is another hassle. So why would you want to go down that path?
First and foremost, post-COVID, there've been an increase of clients taking up medical insurance cover. And normally the insurance will pay us within a period of 30 days. And we've not really had a problem with that. Yeah, because, you know, when you're paying out a claim for a medical, it is so emotive compared to other sort of claims, because there's that interrelationship with the doctor, our nurses, and the insurance company. And that's what makes the whole process a little bit easier to manage.
But he has a valid point that insurance companies, 30 days you're very lucky. Yeah. Some take 90 to 180 days to settle claims. So I think it's something you need to consider as you grow into that segment. Yes. That still your cash paying patients, you shouldn't ignore that completely.
So guys, let's. What do you think about the cases that we have had today?
I think they were well prepared. I would agree with you. Yeah, and I think they are investor ready. I also think the ticket sizes or the checks they're being reasonable, so they're not being overly ambitious.
It would have been the pump guys, because they were clear value.
All these are
all of them had impact,
significant impact, and I guess that's what the kingdom is about. That's what Synapis is about. It's about delivering not only the financial part, but also, you know, making livelihoods better. Yes. And this is true examples of what that can do.
The judges are having a really difficult time trying to decide who deserves to walk away with an investment in their business. All the entrepreneurs have stood out, but only 2 of them will walk away with the ultimate prize.
Well, founders, you did a great job today. You really worked well on your pitches during the last week. You presented very well, and each of you are to be commended. We love to see your sorts of businesses being brought forth, businesses that are being built with excellence, with pathways to growth, but importantly, businesses that are designed to have real impact. I think for me, again, the takeaway is just the passion that the judges are reflecting to see your sorts of businesses build.
Without further ado, it's time to award the winners from each category.
Believe me, you are all winners, and I would like to see these businesses, you know, in another couple of months, a couple of years, because truly is about making impact.
Stage. The winner is Vessa Africa.
Jovan.